Hello, hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome back to the channel today. We are doing your weekly reading for, oh my gosh, April 8th through the 21st. Now, my mind has been off. Let me tell you, this Mercury retrograde is hitting me. So I apologize. I'm doing my best to make sure these readings make sense, but I feel like I've been spouting nonsense for the last 5 that I've done. So my hope is that it makes sense. And I keep wanting to say February. Every time that I speak and talk about the date that I'm doing readings for, my brain always wants to say February. It is April. It is literally 2 months further than all of that. So just bear with me for this reading here, Leo. Okay. We are going to pull some oracle cards to start off, just to kind of guide us a little bit for this reading here. Let's see what you got. Okay. We're going to pull. Ooh, never seen that one before. I've been getting a lot of new oracle cards. I mean, obviously I've had this deck for a while, so it's not as if it's brand new, but I've not used it that much in my readings here on the channel, and so there's a lot of cards in this deck that I have actually never seen before or encountered during a reading. So I've been very pleased that I've been getting some new ones to see because, you know, sometimes I feel like if I get recurring cards, it almost makes me doubt myself a little bit because I'm like, did I just not shuffle enough, or is this really a recurring energy? So seeing new cards is very encouraging for me. So your first card here is the Chameleon Spirit, which says act as if. Now that's kind of a weird thing to say, right? Act as if what? Well, when you are trying to manifest something, one of the best ways to do it is to act as if it is already yours, because that is going to help keep you in alignment for this thing to bring its way into your life. If you know, they always say dress for the job that you want and not the job that you have. Well, that saying is, trying to dress better so that you can, move up in the ranks of your job, but act as if you already have it. So if you want a job, or you want something specific in your life, you want to do some fitness influencer stuff, or you want to, I don't know, put more healthy habits within your life, act as if it is already here. Act as if you are already in a place of doing these things, because that is going to allow this stuff to come in a lot easier for you. Then you have the Deer Spirit, which says bring a gentle touch. So don't try to go around and manifest stuff from a place of shame or from a place of self-hate or self-harm. Bring a gentle touch. Do it from a place of understanding and patience and kindness towards yourself. If you are trying to manifest some stuff, if you're trying to, move towards somewhere where you have a better job opportunity, or you're trying to lose weight or something, bring a gentle touch about it. Don't try to go about this from a place of shame or self-hate or even from self-harm, okay? And finally, your third oracle card here is the Ant Spirit, which says time to collaborate. So my brain is just, for some reason, my brain is really on the fitness track. So Leo, you may actually find yourself in a place of trying to go about some fitness stuff. You may be trying to do a new workout routine, or try to get in better shape to take care of your body. Time to collaborate. You're probably going to have a little bit more success with trying to do this thing if you have other people who are on your side, people who are able to encourage you on this journey and to, help pick you up when you're feeling down on those days where you don't feel like doing it, where you don't feel like, committing to this new thing. And I apologize if talking about like weight or talking about fitness stuff is triggering for some of you. I really apologize that, you know, I was not more mindful before bringing up that sort of topic. If this is not under the place of being, you know, talking about fitness stuff, I feel like it's just about what you're trying to manifest within your life. You know, if you're wanting to manifest a new job, if you're wanting to manifest a new opportunity for yourself, time to collaborate. Get with people who can help bring you these opportunities. Act as if you were already in this job, in this place, and bring a gentle touch. Don't go about it in a way that is going to harm you. You know, make sure that you are listening to your body and taking care of yourself. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Now, I guess I should say before we get started, right? This reading starts off on April 8th. And on April 8th, we have a very powerful new moon in the sign of Aries that is actually part of a solar eclipse happening. And this is going to start off, it's going to be the kickstart of a 6-month time frame where we're going to be having big changes. There's going to be big stuff brought up for us. This is a very good time to set a large intention that's meant to come to fruition over the next 6 months. New moons are a time of manifestation. This is when we put our intention out there. The intention of, building a new life for ourselves, moving in new ways, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, Leo. The new moon is the most important time of manifestation because it's when the opportunity is the potential is endless at this point. Now, this new moon is set off over the last 2 weeks. We have had stuff that's happening. We're actually in the middle. We just started Mercury retrograde on April 1st. And the week before that, we had a full moon in the sign of Aries. Full moon in the sign of Libra. My apologies. And this set off a 2-week time frame leading up to this new moon where things are being brought to the forefront of your mind. So you may want to go and look back at your previous reading that I did before this one so that you can get a look at what it is that is being brought up into your awareness at this time. Things that, maybe are no longer working for you, that over the next 6 months you're setting the intention of fixing. And I don't mean like fixing, I mean like addressing. So, with that being said, your very first card here is the solar eclipse. This is when you're going to be setting this intention for the upcoming 6 months. And your card that you have here, Leo, is the Four of Pentacles. So your intention over the next 6 months is building a solid foundation for your life. Pentacles are associated with money. Yes, they're associated with our material possessions on this earth, in this plane that we are living in. It is also, it's not just about money, it's about our resources. So our resources of time, our resources of the amount of energy, like physical energy that we are giving to something. And the Four of Pentacles is the foundation. You can see that when you look at this, the pentacles are in perfect alignment. They are straight up and down, contained within this like rectangle thing. I don't think is it a prism? It's been a little bit since I've been in geometry. I almost said geology. Geology is about rocks. Geometry is the shapes. Y'all, Mercury retrograde is hitting me hard. I cannot, for the life of me, speak. I'm trying very hard to do so. Four of Pentacles, foundations. It's the things that we build our life upon. Literally, it's our home for some of us. It's where you rest, where you find your reprieve from life and the things around us. And if one piece is out of place, if one piece or one brick is not laid properly, then, the whole thing can be structurally unsound. So making sure that we have our foundations in the proper places. So a lot of you during this time frame could be addressing your foundations and the places that you are building your life. So you may be addressing as we said, a lot of this feels like you're addressing your habits and the things that you do. So with the Four of Pentacles, could be home cleaning stuff. It could be like literally finding a new home for yourself. You may be thinking or considering purchasing property for yourself. I feel like it's mostly the energy of your general home space, though. I feel like a lot of you are addressing chaos or discontent within the home. That's kind of more shown with your next card here. You have the Five of Wands in reverse. Now, chaos and discontent is pretty much the entire theme of this Five of Wands here. Now, the Five of Wands is what I like to call my card with having too many chefs in the kitchen. Everybody has an opinion, and nobody wants to follow or listen to anybody else. Everybody wants to do things their way. Having too many chefs, too many people in a place of trying to boss and, exert their will in a bunch of different directions. And with that card being in the reverse, Leo, you may find yourself actually in a place where you feel as though so many people are telling you how you should do something, what you should be doing. You should do it this way. No, you should do it this way. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you have so many people trying to tell you what to do and trying to get into your business and tell you how you should be doing things. And the Five of Wands in reverse is actually saying that, like, Leo, you're taking a step back from listening or even engaging with these people. You may still find yourself in a place where these people are giving you their unsolicited opinions and advice, but you are not choosing to let it sit within yourself. You're choosing to not necessarily distance yourself from these people, although some of you could very well be distancing yourself. But I feel like most of all what it is that you're distancing yourself from engaging in this conflict. I'm reminded of the term gray rocking, which I know is usually like dealing with like narcissistic people. You don't want to give them a reaction to things, so you choose to gray rock and be like the most boring and bland and uninteresting person. Anyway, I digress, Leo. Let's move on. From the Five of Wands in reverse, you move to the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is about synergy and resources. This is about everything working together. With this being in the reverse, you very well could feel like this conflict or this thing is not working for you. And you find yourself in a place of like, not only is there people giving you a bunch of opinions, but nobody is working together synergistically. Nobody is working together with the intention of, teamwork. So some of you, this very well could be related to your job. But I feel like this is mostly like within your home. So partners or roommates or family that you live with, I feel like a lot of you could find that you are struggling a lot with your ability to work together at this time. Which is funny because we had that ant spirit of like time to collaborate. And it's like, who am I collaborating with? If nobody is willing to work together, who am I supposed to collaborate with? I don't know. I feel like Spirit's kind of funny sometimes when it gives us messages. It's like, time to collaborate. And it's like, with people who don't listen, with people who don't want to follow direction. Like, yeah, I need to collaborate, but who are these people I'm supposed to collaborate with? I'm supposed to figure out how to work with these people? Yeah, I guess, but it's funny to me how it shows up like that sometimes. Following the Three of Pentacles, you have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse. The Princess of Pentacles holds their light. They hold their magic within their hands, outstretched in front of them. And it kind of talks about this journey, about taking your magic, taking your resources and the light that you carry for yourself, Leo, and moving onward to somewhere where it can be planted, where it can be recognized for the power that it holds. The pentacle holds an endless potential to it. So, Leo, I really feel like this is you thinking about, or at least contemplating, like, moving onward with your stuff. Like, saying, well, nobody is listening, nobody is following direction, nobody is cooperating with each other, so I am just going to focus on my portion of this. I'm going to focus on what I can do, and I'm going to take my piece somewhere else. Although I don't feel like you're actually like leaving. I don't feel like you're actually moving away from these people. I feel like you are instead choosing to take your energy, your light somewhere else. I mean, with that being in the reverse, you could feel like that you are trapped and feel like you can't take this somewhere else. Feeling like you have to stay where you are at this time, that there's no option or opportunity for you to move elsewhere. And feel very trapped, like that little piece of light within you is being suffocated in some way. You have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Empress in reverse. Now, the Pentacle talks about the seed, talks about the piece that we are bringing somewhere else to plant, right? The Princess of Pentacles is trying to find a place to plant that seed so that the seed can grow. And the Empress is actually the grower. This is the actual energy of growth that happens. So when we plant a seed, right? The Princess of Pentacles plants the seed, but the growth happens outside of the Princess of Pentacles, right? So when you plant a seed, you can put it in the earth, you can put it in good soil, you can give it the right amount of sunlight, you can give it the proper amount of water. You control all these variables, but the actual growth that happens is outside of your control, right? You can give it all the optimal pieces, but this plant will grow of its own accord. While the Empress is the growing itself. This is the person who has control over the growth. And not only do they have control over the growth, but they are like the grower itself. They are able to control that growth, almost from like a place of magic. So the seed, the Princess of Pentacles takes the seed, but the Empress is the one who grows the seed. With that card being in the reverse, you could feel as though that your opportunities for growth at this time are stunted. You feel as though there is nowhere to grow this, almost as if the fields are fallow. Like there's no fertility within the soil is almost what I'm seeing. It's almost as if you're working within very confined parameters. It's not like you can go out to the store and find new soil. I mean, like in the case of this example, you can't. Obviously, in real life, you can go to the store. But you're trying to work within very limited means here, Leo. And the optimal growing conditions are not here. You're trying to work with what you have, but like you don't have good soil, you don't have good water and sunlight. You're trying to work with what you got, but it's not exactly optimal. The Princess of Pentacles is trying to find someplace optimal, but the Empress in reverse is saying, like, there's nothing here. Which brings us to your next card, which is the Three of Wands. It's almost as if the Three of Wands is your moment of, like, walking away. This almost feels like the journey. And it kind of is in some way, because the Three of Wands is about taking action. This is making a decision and then taking the action and following through. I'll bring it close again just so you can see. But these stepping stones, these poles within the water, they're leaning towards one particular mountain in the background. So it's taking stepping stones, crossing, and taking the action towards one particular piece and not the other. You're not waffling back and forth between the two trying to figure out where to go. Making a decision and sticking with it. And I feel like that is what you are deciding, is that deciding that there is somewhere else that you need to be, taking your magic, taking your opportunity, and taking it elsewhere. And your last card for week 1 here, Leo, is the Eight of Wands in reverse. So you may feel as though all of this is happening very slowly. The Eight of Wands is literally like feeling like things are grinding to a halt. Things are not going fast enough. You want out of here. You want things to be done and over with already, and you feel very confined where you are at this time. We have that chameleon spirit that I'm just being drawn to right now. Act as if. I mean, you are finding yourself in a less than optimal place, and you're wanting to move somewhere else, but maybe there's something blocking you from being able to do so. But act as if you are already in this new place. Act as if you are already in this new situation, this new opportunity for yourself. I'm just thinking of like an example right now of like, let's say you want to be someone who wakes up every morning and drinks water, right? You want to be this person who wakes up early and drinks water right after you wake up. Act as if you are already this person. So don't wake up and just do whatever, you know. Don't wake up and try to live the same way that you have been living so far. You have to act as if you are already this person. So think about, like, if I want to drink water in the morning, what are some things that I can do to make sure that I can do this, right? Maybe it's leaving a fresh cup of water or a fresh water bottle next to your nightstand so that when you wake up, it's the first thing you see in the morning. Maybe it's getting into the habit of making sure that when you go and brush your teeth, you drink some water first. Whatever the case may be, it's, acting as if. Act as if you were already in this place, and think about what you would do if you were already this person who wakes up and drinks water. Now, obviously, I know that that is such a limited or like a really weird example, but yeah, if you want to be this person, if you want to be in this place where you do this thing, you have to act as if, and you have to think about, what would this person look like? I want to do this thing. I want to be this person or do this thing this way. So what would that look like if I was already here? Now, let's go ahead and talk about week 2 here real quick, because week 2 was really interesting to me. It feels like there is this transformative process that happens for you over here in week 2. Because we start with the Knight of Wands and we end with the King of Wands here, Leo. So, it almost feels to me like your end goal here is this King of Wands. You find yourself in the position of the Knight of Wands, and then stuff happens progressively over this week that brings you the opportunity to live in this life. Act as if you are already this person. We'll get into each of the individual cards as well, but I just feel like this is really a example of the transformative process. I feel like this is really an example of the transformative process that is happening over this second week here. So let's go ahead and start. We said you have, for your first card on Monday, you have the Knight of Wands. Now, this person is someone who is very creative. This is actually, like, when I see this card half the time, it's like almost the person who is so confident that they are annoying, right? When I see this card, I'm like annoyed. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person is like obnoxious because they just flaunt their stuff. But like, Leo, it's not a bad thing. It's honestly, like, if anybody is going to be proud of you, you should be proud of yourself first. So it's not a bad thing. It's, I don't want you to think that I'm saying that like you are this annoying person, Leo, because that's not the case. It's just my sharing my initial reaction when I see this card. So, Leo, there is this piece of like needing to be confident about yourself, needing to flaunt your magic. The Princess of Pentacles has magic. They have their light that they are sharing, and the Knight of Wands is someone who has the ability to do this, and they have so much confidence in their ability to do something, right? To see something through. Wands are manifestations, so it's our ability to take something from the ethereal world, from the intangible world of the mind and our thoughts, and to birth it into reality. It's a transformative process, taking something from the unnatural and bringing it into the natural world. Manifesting what you want. It's acting as if. Act as if you already have it, and it's literally manifestation. So the Knight of Wands is someone who trusts their ability to manifest. They're someone who trusts their ability to work this magic, bring this thing into being, bring this thing into light. However, let's talk about what happens here for this week, because you have the Knight of Wands, so it talks about confidence. It talks about believing in yourself and your magic, believing in your influence especially. And it's followed by the Ten of Swords. I don't know, Leo, you have the Knight of Wands, and then it's followed by this Ten of Swords card here. Now, the Ten of Swords does signal a sort of painful ending. It signals that something is done. This is actually pain. It's almost like, when I see this card, the Ten of Swords is actually oftentimes about, like, someone getting what they deserve. Someone getting, like, murked because they, did something bad to deserve it, right? I don't feel like that's you getting what you deserve, Leo. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that for you. But this card does have kind of this, it's crazy to me going from full confidence of the Knight of Wands to the Ten of Swords. It almost feels like something kills your confidence here, Leo. It almost feels like someone sees you burning brightly. Someone sees you living your life, living yourself as this Knight of Wands, someone who's very confident. And it's almost like someone says or does something that just like leaves you feeling very hurt, that literally kills your confidence. I mean, this Ten of Swords is a dead person lying there bleeding out, right? Not exactly the most beautiful picture, but it feels like something happens here that just completely blindsides you. Like someone I don't want to say lashed out, but it feels like someone does something that is trying to bring you down a peg. Not just a peg, but like a whole peg board, right? Like tries to bring you all the way back down. I will say there is that. Dealing with this collaboration of these people, it very well could be this conflict that you were dealing with in week 1, that someone says or does something that just completely shoots you down, Leo. Ten of Swords is followed by the Six of Wands in reverse, which is like a failed victory. You were preparing for something really, really good. You were preparing for victory, and not only did someone like completely kill your confidence, maybe even betrayed you, because kind of these Swords cards are kind of about betrayal a little bit. Not only did someone completely blindside you, but you also had this idea that you would win, that you would come out on the other side ahead, and it's just not happening the way that you thought it would. If this is something about, like, you're trying to manifest, right? This could be something that kind of makes you doubt your manifestation, doubt your ability to manifest. This also could be something that is like, I feel like it's something that causes you to just question yourself. Like, question if this was ever really something that was for you in a way. The Six of Wands in reverse is a failed victory. And then the Ten of Cups in reverse follows the Six of Wands in reverse. So this thing that you could be trying to manifest could be this version of happiness. You feel as though you were trying to manifest this Ten of Cups. So not only does someone completely like betray you and keep you from being able to do so, but you feel as though you've completely failed overall, trying to get to this point of utter happiness, utter contentment. I mean, the Ten of Cups is like ultimate emotional fulfillment and love. It's often family. I mean, when you look at this, it's literally almost similar to the World card. It's deep interconnectedness emotionally with people that you love. So I just feel like someone comes in and just completely like shoots you down. This ant spirit is making me mad. It's making me mad because it's like time to collaborate. And it's like, where? Where, Dwight? Like, where are we collaborating? Who are we collaborating with? Because it feels as though the people it's asking you to collaborate with are people who don't deserve you in the first place. I don't know, dude. Ugh. It's such a frustrating energy. Like, I feel frustrated on your behalf, Leo. I feel angry for you. That it feels like someone just comes through and just completely, like, bursts your bubble. Tells you that you're not good enough. Tells you that you'll never be able to be happy. Or tells you and does something that just completely shoots your happiness. Some of you, I don't want to say it, but some of you, it feels like this is like a betrayal from a partner. Some of you could find out that you have been cheated on, specifically because we had that Four of Pentacles, which is your home. I mean, you had the Ten of Cups, which is home and family. So feeling like you've lost out on this family, feeling like you've lost out or that you'll never achieve this idea of happiness, family, love, you know, if it's not cheating, some of you could maybe be finding out that you are infertile or something. I don't know, it just feels like something has completely burst your bubble. I'm not saying for all of you, obviously, you know, take what resonates, leave what does not. But it just feels like something completely shatters your idea of being able to achieve this Ten of Cups. Your next card here is the Seven of Cups in reverse. I would say this, when I see this card, this is about stepping away from all of this crazy decision stuff. You are overwhelmed by the amount of choices that need to be made. Some of you, I know I was saying that 10 of Cups for some of you could be some pretty heavy or bad stuff. It feels like it may be like the loss of a dream for yourself, for your future. And the 7 of Cups is you, or at least it's part of you, grasping for straws, trying to figure out what's my next move. You know, this thing didn't work out, and so now I have to scramble to try and pick up the pieces. And I feel like this 7 of Cups in reverse is saying, like, you need to take a step back for a minute. Like, I know that it feels like everything is falling down around you at this time. I know that things feel like they are chaotic and messy, but you don't have to solve this all in one day. You don't have to completely, like, rebuild all of this right now. In fact, you need to take a step back, because there's an extra piece here that we'll talk about with your next card. There's an extra piece to solve first before you can move forward. It really feels like grasping at straws, overwhelmed, taking a step back from making decisions because there's so many choices to be made. Your next card here is the 8 of Swords. This card is about freeing yourself. So whatever has happened here, you need to take a step back from making a decision, because there's something that you need to free yourself from. There is something here that, I mean, when you see this person, they have a blindfold. So there is something here, some aspect that is hidden from you at this time, hidden from your perception. And you need to free yourself to see it. I feel like you were in this place of confidence, and something has happened. Someone said or did something that completely just, like, rocked your worldview of, you know, brought you pain, left you feeling as though you can't achieve this happiness or this amazingness. And I feel like this is you freeing yourself to the idea of, like, just because somebody else says something does not mean that it is true. You need to open your eyes to the truth. People say and do things from places of jealousy. Someone else may very well be jealous about what you have. And so their naysaying, them saying that, like, you can't do this, is from their own insecurity. And it's not about you, Leo. It's actually about them and what their problem with themselves is. It has nothing to do with you and who you actually are. Just because someone says this does not mean that it's true. I mean, this feels like you're feeling your feelings about it, but this is you waking up to the truth of, like, hey, this person said something that was stupid, that was wrong, and, you know, it hurt when they said it, and I believed it for a moment, but I feel like this is you awakening to the truth. You awakening to the lies, the chaos, the hurt. Awakening to the idea that this is somebody else's doing, not mine. This is what somebody else said about me, and it is not true. I feel like this is the moment you wake up and you choose to not identify. You choose, it's like you wake up and this person has been saying this thing and you choose to say, I'm not going to accept this. This person's been saying I'm not good enough. I'm not going to believe them. This person's been saying that I'm not special enough. I'm going to tell them, no, I am special. I'm not only special enough, I'm more special than what you said I wasn't. You say I'm this thing, but really I'm this. And I feel like that's the moment that you wake up and realize who you are. Who you really are. Because your next card here is the King of Wands. So someone said something. Someone did something that caused you to doubt yourself. And you wake up. You throw off these chains, you throw off this blindfold. I mean, literally, this person has, like, a blindfold over their eyes and a containment things over their wrists so that they can't move. Like, someone binds them, but they wake up and they throw off their chains. They throw off these ideas or identities or thoughts and opinions of other people, and they wake up to this version of who you really are, which is the King of Wands. You are not just the confident, overconfident knight, but you are the king. I mean, Leo, literally like the lion, the king of the of the savannah, the king of the jungle, right? You are not just anybody. You are royalty. You are the king. You are the utmost, fullest expression of the wands, which is passion. You are a passionate person. You are someone who sees what you want. You see this, what you want, this happiness. You know for a fact that you have the ability to do this, regardless of what these other crappy people are saying, because it really feels like this is someone who is jealous or a naysayer, someone who is part of this conflict, part of this lack of synergy around you. It feels like this person is someone who is telling you, you can't do this. You're not special enough. You're not cool enough. You're not committed. You're not qualified enough. And it's you waking up and saying, no, I am this. I am this person. I am this person who is not only more than capable, but I am the person who is the person who made this in the first place. I'm reminded of like when people question like women at science conferences about like papers and stuff, and the author is like, I'm the one who wrote the paper, right? You're questioning me on something that I wrote about how to even do this thing. You're telling me to look up my own work. I'm the one who did it. Like, I was the one behind the whole thing. I'm the one who created this, motherfucker, you know? I feel like this is really you waking up to your power. And literally, I mean, wands are a fire. Leo's a fire sign. This is literally you waking up to who you are, the fullest expression of yourself and your power here. So Leo, let's go ahead and pull one more card for your reading here. I have these cards from The Universe Has Your Back. I want to leave you with a message of encouragement from the universe, reminding you of the way that the universe has your back, the way that the universe is holding space for you, and leading you to your highest good at this time, Leo. So let's pull one card. Here we go. I am the dreamer of my dream. Yeah, literally, like, you are the person who wrote the book on this whole thing. I am the dreamer of my dream. I am the authority on this subject. I am the one who wrote the book. I am the one who looked at my life and looked at what I am capable of and said, I can do this. I was the one who dreamed it in the first place. I know what I'm capable of. I know what it takes to get to this point. The dreamer of my dream. I mean, wands are manifestation. It's a dream. It's literally taking something from the intangible within your mind, a dream, and birthing it into reality. You're the dreamer here, Leo, and not head in the clouds. I mean, you are the person who is capable of making this because it is in your own mind. It is within your own capabilities. You know, act as if. You don't even have to act as if, because you already are. You already are the dreamer of this dream, and you are already capable of creating this thing, of building this life for yourself that you want. Leo, never forget who you are. Never forget the power that you hold over yourself. Never forget who you are, because really, you are a powerful, powerful person who has so much light and love and things to share with this world, things to build for yourself. You have an amazing, amazing thought and mind and creativity. And don't let the naysayers get you down, because really, what do they know? They don't know shit. Pardon my French. They don't know anything, Leo. They don't know anything about you. You are the dreamer of your dream. You are the one who knows better than anybody else what you are capable of achieving. So, once again, thank you so much for being here this week, Leo. And I look forward to seeing you all again in the next video.